You get one of these ones, dude? Oh, man.
I'd rather be hit by the gloss side than the sandy side.
That's true, that's true.
Would you rather be hit in the face with a tile or shot in the ass? Do you have roommates, Tyler?
Yeah, several roommates.
You get along?
Yeah, I get along with them all. They don't always get along with each other.
Oh. Do you have to like kind of...
He's the glue.
What's the biggest beef that happens?
Yeah.
Honestly, the biggest, it's nothing much. I think the biggest beef was when the rent got risen like last year and having to like renegotiate that. Some people got really like mad
you mean how
in the
it's
renegotiations.
Split?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you guys play like trash Jenga too?
Trash Jenga.
Where like no one wants to take it out, so they just find different ways of fucking stuffing it. Yeah. And it's like, it should have been taken out literally a week ago, but it's just fucking stuffed to the brim.
It becomes a fun game.
Honestly, I just kind of took over all those responsibilities and started Venmoing my roommates whenever I like got to a point where I was like, okay, I've been doing way more of the cleaning, like just send me money. Like if you're not gonna do it, just pay me for it.
Hey, that's a good negotiation.
Smart.
What if your roommate's like, no?
They didn't say no.
Are they
No.
Didn't get there.
Damn, that's tight.
How much you charge for taking out trash?
I wanted to get a maid service and they didn't want to do it, so I was like, then you clean. And then they said, yeah, I will clean, and then they don't clean.
It's not the trash that I was worried about. It's more so like vacuuming, mopping, like all of the things that take like hours.
How much you charge for
Like
that?
they didn't even like want to touch it.
Yeah.
And like
What's the damage on
Yeah,
it?
what was the damage?
$50 per roommate for like whenever I do like a day
Deep
long
clean?
cleaning session.
You a deep clean?
Yeah. So
How many other roommates you got? That's a sweet gig.
yeah.
That is nice.
That's a sweet gig.
150?
You ever try to exploit it and like do it every single motherfucking day?
I mean, it was definitely a kind of like a risk, pushing that on them or whatever. But at the same time, it's like,
Got a business going on.
yeah.
Hey, if you
40
were my
G's last
roommate
month.
and I didn't want to clean, dude, I'd pay you for that.
I think it's a good deal.
I
Honestly.
think that's a great deal.
Like I tried to get them to mop, and they were like, "You do it like." Then they like.
And then they do a
upside
shitty
down,
job.
Like, they purposely did it wrong to like try to get out of it, type energy.
Oh, that's what we do. That's what men do.
Do you ever
Yeah,
clash?
I don't know if they were actually playing dumb or if they were actually just that dumb.
They might be. They might be.
Have you ever clashed with food storage in the fridge, where like somebody?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Some people want to buy the whole farm.
Usually the one who ends up like eating something that belongs to somebody.
Hey, at least you own it. At least you
How
own
does
it.
that happen though? I always wonder, because I'm like, you didn't buy this.
Oh, I mean, I'm high as fuck. I'm hungry as fuck.
Okay.
And that looks good. Usually I'll like
So
replace it.
that might be what happened here. There's a story that this just occurred in Kentucky. There's a guy, he's pretty old, he's like in his 60s, he's got a roommate, and he's upset at his roommate for eating the last Hot Pocket.
Oh, you don't fuck with
Fight, dude.
It's a fight, yeah, it's a big fight. So what happened, they started arguing, it escalated, and this is the literal detail in the story, is that they started throwing tiles at each other,
Oh shit.
and then that escalated to being...
Tiles.
So one guy...
That's not a Steve Greene original.
No, it's not a Steve Greene freestyle off the blank screen. So they started throwing tiles.
How do they have loose tiles just sitting around?
Kentucky?
the remodeling.
Yeah.
One guy who starts losing the tile fight, he tries to book it to the door, and then that dude takes a gun out and shoots him in the ass.
Oh my god.
How do you know you're losing a tile fight?
Dude, tiles hurt, bro. Especially if you got a corner thrown at you, you're getting fucked up.
Aren't they all corners?
Well, yeah.
Because if a corner breaks off, there's 2 more corners.
Yeah. But like the sharp corners.
Yeah,
like,
it never like turns soft corner.
Yeah, you might hit the edge, but
Unless you have round terrazzo ones.
you get one of these ones, dude. Oh man.
I'd rather be hit by the gloss side than the sandy side.
That's true. That's true.
Would you rather be hit in the face with a tile or shot in the ass with a gun?
Hit in the face with a tile.
Tile.
Yeah, but what if you get a scratch and your beautiful face is scratched?
Am I gonna
Cool
die
start, brother.
from the shot?
You're not gonna die.
Because that's kind of a cool story.
It is. Wait, it's gonna affect his squat max though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
Put him out of the gym for a little bit.
Here's another thing that makes this story very, very Kentucky and not California. So the guy who got shot, he's fine. He just went to the hospital, got released.
They went together.
The shooter didn't go to. He just got released on $7,500 bail
What?
and got charged with assault,
Yeah, sounds about right.
That's kind of tight.
but not attempted murder.
Did the homie?
That's kind of tight.
Is it because the other homie was fighting too? Like they were fighting each other.
It might be. Yeah.
So-
Or he don't want to press charge. Can you do that? Can you just be like, I don't want to press charges or something?
Yeah.
Some states, I think like Like I think in Texas, if you have beef with someone, you can just throw down. And it's called like mutual whatever battle. And then the cops will be like, oh, you guys want to do that? Okay.
It's a mano y mano.
So I think in some states, they view things differently. It's not like a state full of hallmongers, you know? It's just like, man, this is my fucking best friend shot me in the ass. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, it's not attempted murder, you know?
That's Kentucky.
Versus over here, it's like,
Not attempted murder.
thing is like elevated to, like you push it up as much as you can because the lawyer's gonna get, it's like a
You're right.
Over
You
there,
gotta play the victim well. You know?
yeah.
I will say from Missouri moving out here, people are like way more just like conscious about here of like their legal rights, you know, where they can get money, you know, who they can
part of the
sue
lifestyle.
for.
You think Californians are a little soft?
Soft? I think they're soft in certain ways, but harder in other ways.
Oh yeah.
I think they're harder more like when it just does come to higher levels of intellectualism for sure.
Gotcha.
They fight different here. It's like, I feel like they're more sophisticated in paperwork fighting.
Litigious.
Yeah. And then like, but they can't take a punch.
Yeah.
I mean, they realize out here that punching someone in the face doesn't hurt as much as filing a lawsuit for $500,000.
Yeah, because I feel like in some
Over a
states,
year
like,
period.
True.
like if your boss ran over your foot or something, oh, it was a fucking honest mistake there, you know? But her like, oh, your boss ran over your foot?
Yeah, it's a cha-ching move.
Dude, that's like $250,000.
Yeah.
And then so it's like, it's just viewed differently, you know?
Yeah. That is true. That's like what happened to me when I was getting my car from valet and some random guy just smashed my door off.
Oh yeah.
And then they sued you.
Well, no, everybody around was like, "Oh, dude, you're gonna get a big payday from that." But like, my reflex wasn't to do that,
Yeah.
and I didn't. And then
Why did you didn't do it? You didn't cash out?
no, because I wasn't injured.
You're a bad
I
Californian.
wasn't injured, but in order for me to cash out, I would have to first of all act injured.
Go back to
Secondly,
Kentucky.
I would have to go to a lot of appointments.
Yeah, that part.
And I would have to be dedicated to the faking. I would have to be going to like therapy.
And you guys are forgetting this guy's worth $10 million.
Yeah.
So why the
18.
fuck?
18.
Oh, 18. Exactly.
That's a waste of your time. Yeah.
He doesn't need.
Time is money, baby.
And what are you gonna do? Sue like a innocent little family that needs their fucking 100K or whatever you were gonna sue him for?
I can't believe you were thinking about suing them, dude. That's fucked.
Yeah.
I do like places that are more like that. Like, you know, in Taiwan, the bumper is actually viewed as like
A bumper?
it's meant to it's meant to be scratched.
Meant to bump.
So if like two cars kind of scratch each other, they just come out and they're like, whatever. Over here, it's like, oh my god, my fucking 2003 Honda Prelude, why'd you do that to me? And then it's like
They're taking a wedding album of photos.
yeah, it's like,
Wedding.
it's like it's gonna get scratched anyways. Like it's part of your car. You're driving it 60 miles an hour down the freeway. Like you don't think there's gonna be rock chips and you know.
Yeah,
So it's like things are so magnified in certain.
It's also the way that they design modern cars too, where they're painted just as well as the rest of the car. Well, back in the day, some bumpers were wood, or they were just straight up a metal.
Yeah, it was like chrome or some
different color than the rest of the shit. Yeah, it was like easier to fix.
And it's just you're just meant to like, oh, you hit each other.
Bumpers now are pretty weak, and
Just got soft, dude.
We did.
We got completely
Hella
soft.
soft.
Dude,
we did bumper cars as kids to like prepare ourselves for that, and then we don't even get to like use that skills or
it's
knowledge.
no fun when you can actually drive. Yeah, exactly.
Good at taking whiplash now.
Freaking false
they
expectations.
even build cars in a way where like if you do get a scratch, if you get it back to the dealership and it's gonna be freaking expensive or a body shop. Like I scratched a little bit over my fender, right? Where it covers the wheel a little bit. And then they're like, yeah, it's gonna cost like $300. And I'm like, man, you trying to fuck with me. So I go to another store. They're like, yeah, it's gonna cost around like $300 to $400. And I'm like, why? And he goes, you see this texture right there? He goes, they built it like this, where it's not like a smooth gloss finish like this. So then if you want to match that, it's much harder to do.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's planned out. And I'm like, what? Because they know that area gets scratched a lot.
Can I tell you a situation I was in that I got stuck in the middle and I really couldn't do anything about it? I was at Starbucks in the car editing JK shit, and there's no one parked to my right or left. Some girl parks really close to me on this side, and she didn't have to because there's no one else parked there.
You're in the parking lot or drive?
I'm just sitting in the car in the parking lot, and she goes so close to my door. She's a bigger woman. She opens the door super fast, and it just
Bang.
hits my mirror and takes a little chunk off. And she looks at it and goes, ugh, and she just like gets out and walks away.
What a jerk.
And I normally my reflex is to say something, but she was so big
Yeah.
that I felt like it would look like a hate crime if I was yelling.
You would get in trouble if you yelled at her.
So I didn't. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm in a situation where if I get mad, I look like,
yeah, a piece of
because
shit.
she's probably gonna go, well, you know, I didn't have any space. But
no matter what,
Take
isn't
her
that
license plate and take a picture of the damage and just like send her a bill.
yeah, I didn't want to do anything. I was just kind of like,
Imagine being so fat that you can't even fucking park away from someone. You got to crowd everybody at no matter what.
But why did she park so close if she's fat?
I just didn't want to get into an altercation in that moment because she looked like the type, like she had like teal colored hair.
The scowl.
You know those.
She did.
Not to like generalize.
I got it.
She's like a
But say
fucking-
less.
a Facebook activist.
She just looked. She looked angry. She looked pre-angry.
Because you know what though? Because those are the people that might pull out their phone and
That's
be
what
like,
I'm saying.
Oh, this guy assaulted me.
Yeah. I'm alive right now. He's assaulting.
I didn't want it to be a situation where she says, "Well, I was here first," and then like she's recording it. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what kind of
You're a
dumb-
dancer. You could have just danced.
Yeah.
Do a TikTok dance.